This woman cooks food for her husband, and Twitter is really mad about it. Okay, so it all starts from this tweet over here. Did she just make Oreos from scratch? And this went viral. 60 million views, 40,000 likes.
My husband was on his way out to get a cookies and cream soft serve, but I told him I'll just make it for him instead, so that's exactly what I did. I started by making my Oreos by combining some flour, cocoa powder, butter, some sugar, and egg, and then letting that go until it all comes together. Then I grabbed a baking sheet that was lined with parchment paper. The filling was so delicious, I kept snacking on it while I was filling my Oreos. After spreading an even layer on one of the cookies, I put another one on top, and there you go. I could not resist having a bowl myself, and it was really good.
So it's just a video of her cooking for her husband. How can people possibly be mad about that? Well, Twitter found a way. The first reply is, "They can never make me hate her," and this is in reference to the quote tweets. Here is one of the most popular quote tweets over here with 14 million views, 50,000 likes. "Everyone who idolizes these rich stay-at-home moms, watch this, learn, and then shut the frick up. Trad wives glamorize a lifestyle none of you will likely ever be able to achieve and laugh in your face as your views make them richer. This isn't goals, this is classism, white supremacy, and patriarchy. Wake up." So a woman cooking food for her husband on TikTok and being thoughtful and making Oreos for him is somehow white supremacy, apparently.
This morning I asked my toddlers what they wanted for breakfast, and they both said cereal, so cereal it was, and we got started right away.
Have you ever asked yourself why it is that trad wives and other conservative female influencers who promote traditional gender roles have all the time in the world to make cereal from...
Okay, by the way, just gonna interject really quickly. Sorry for pausing it, but there is no proof that this woman is a conservative, like, influencer or anything like that. I went to her TikTok and it's filled with just random cooking videos. She isn't promoting anything. She isn't telling anybody to do this. She's just sharing her own lifestyle and making food for her kids and her husband. These people just assume random shit because they're completely batshit crazy, you know?
But somehow never seem to record themselves doing essential domestic labor like vacuuming, trying to get a particularly nasty stain out of a shirt, or scrubbing a toilet.
Probably because scrubbing a toilet or vacuuming the floor isn't as interesting and probably won't go as viral as making Oreos from scratch, you absolute imbecile. Like, I'm really sorry for pausing it, but Jesus.
When they are performing labor in these videos, it's always something that, strictly speaking, is unnecessary, and they are doing it the hardest way possible.
For entertainment! Because
the answer is that it is for show. It is all a performance. In his remarkably prescient 1899 book, The Theory of the Leisure Class, Thorsten Veblen coined the terms conspicuous consumption and conspicuous leisure, suggesting that those with wealth and power no longer having any economic production to contribute themselves, instead contribute to the production and consumption of leisure.
Blood is yapping right now.
Those consumption practices, those leisure activities, are conspicuous precisely because that is how the leisure class signals their difference from the working class, signals their exceptionality and their superiority. They're not better than us because they can make their children cereal from scratch. They're better than us because they are so wealthy and well off that they have nothing more important to worry about.
Oh my God, she has kids. She takes care of the kids. That is a job. That is a full-time job right there. I'm sure she does plenty of work. Oh my God. The amount of things you are deriving from one video, making a viral video about just literally cooking Oreos, is absolutely crazy. Now, I would totally understand if the rest of her content is promoting like some sort of agenda or something, but if you go on her TikTok, it's literally all cooking videos. This guy's not the only yapster over here, not the only nerd emoji over here, but it's filled with like tons of tweets of people just saying she's promoting like Mormonism or something like that, which I don't know where they are getting from, but all right.
If we were to ever see trad wives perform essential productive domestic labor, or see their husbands perform any domestic labor at all, that would in fact mark them as failures as trad wives. As Veblen wrote in 1899, again, he could have written it yesterday, application to productive labor is a mark of poverty and subjection. It becomes inconsistent.
Now that guy's a complete moron, because here we have another viral video with like, I don't know, 24 million views of her husband cooking for her. Okay, which is completely opposite to the trad wife sentiment or whatever.
I told him I was craving a steak dinner tonight, but I was just too tired to make that, so he told me to sit down and that he would take over tonight and make me dinner for once. So I decided to just trust the process, but I was very skeptical when I saw how he cut those sweet potatoes. I started off by cutting some normal potatoes and Japanese sweet potatoes and also some red onion. He seasoned all of that with some olive oil and some spices, gave that a really good mix, and then put it all on a baking sheet. I think he realized that it was too much for one.
Okay, basically, he goes on to cook a lovely meal over here. Here we got the finished product. We got some steak. We got some veggies. Wholesome, okay? I'm actually impressed. How did you do? Hashtag steak dinner. Hashtag pregnancy craving. This is just some wholesome content. How are people mad about this? Let's see what the yapster's saying.
Because these videos are not instructional. They are maybe inspirational, but they are always performative. This is not real labor. This is symbolic labor. It is nothing more than social signaling that this woman and her family belong to the leisure class. And it is also how she builds and signals her value if you are the sort of person who operates within an exchange economy.
Oh my god, this guy cannot stop yapping. I'm sorry, it's 2 minutes, but I simply cannot get through this video. I'm trying my hardest, guys. This guy is such a yapper monster. Ay. Just because you're poor and insecure doesn't mean the lifestyle is bad or an unrealistic goal to have. Letting women know this is an option is a good thing anyways. And like, she's not forcing other people to adopt this lifestyle. She's not saying, oh, you're poor if you can't make Oreos from scratch. She's not saying, oh, women shouldn't work or anything. She's literally just making Oreos for fun, buddy. Oh my lord, goddamn. Having her life in order is white supremacy, lol. Plenty of poor stay-at-home moms from all cultural backgrounds live like this out of tradition and necessity. This is no different than a day in my life as a Google intern style content. None of it is real. No one is getting lobster for lunch and open access to a wine bar at work. We all know it's performative, it's content. Well, you know, some days she might do this. I highly doubt she's making Oreos every single day. Might be a little special occasion, or maybe she's just doing it for TikTok content, but should you actually genuinely turn this into a white supremacy thing? Like, I don't understand how you make that connection at all. Okay, this guy got it. Who wants to see someone scrub a toilet? Exactly. She's white. Bro, does not look white, let's just say. According to the account posting about this video, one person in the video is a white supremacist. Which one could it possibly be? Which one? Oh my god. Not implying anything, by the way. Just, you know, using his own absurd logic. Women are tripping over each other to find something wrong with this woman because we've been conditioned to compete with each other and see someone's talent and success as a direct challenge to our self-esteem. Yeah, there's a lot of like angry women in the quote tweets or something saying similar shit to what that bozo was saying. Okay, here we got somebody on the other side, it seems, taking it a little bit too far. I guess he's responding to Professor Doofus over there. I once dated a communist. He was a joyless person who felt profound guilt in anything that wasn't liberating the working class. He refused to get a job because it meant he'd be taking a job from an immigrant. That's 2000 IQ. Mom, the reason I'm not getting a job is because, you know, I'm leaving the jobs open for everybody else. Amazing. Which meant I was working 15 hours a day to try to keep us off the streets. He didn't like having sex because he felt that he didn't deserve it when there was so much suffering in the world. So I guess I had to suffer too. There's no rationale or logic behind any of this, just a profound radiating misery and a desire to destroy everything that they feel is unequal. The only acceptable outcome for them is that you give them all your money and worldly goods and then roll yourself into a mass grave. All right, honestly, if you live your life like this guy, I mean, you probably have the saddest life imaginable. Imagine seeing a random cooking video and extracting all these random political bullshit things out of it and getting so mad about it. Very similar to one of the trends I'm seeing right now, Hassan over here. Jesus Christ. Streaming is such a hard job, guys.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired. But a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean?
Okay, why do you guys keep saying that she's promoting Mormonism or making propaganda? None of us are trying to live her lifestyle. We just like recipes. It's a big deal. She's truly the type of mother I aspire to be. I want to have all the time and money in the world to cook elaborate meals and desserts for my family. I don't know where people are getting this Mormonism thing from. She might actually be a Mormon or something like that, but she never promotes it. Like, I literally cannot find the source of this at all. If she never mentions it, what's the freaking problem? The way that Mormonism is actively recruiting people through tradwife content is truly fascinating and terrifying and exposes how easily duped people are by hot people. Where is the recruitment? There is nothing happening on this woman's TikTok. This is like, if you watch the entire 1 minute 30 long TikTok, she doesn't mention anything at all. In fact, she never does. Where are you guys getting this from? Somebody educate me. Me explaining to my girl how to make homemade Oreos and ice cream. That's a keeper right there. Her vibe is evil and her kids' names are Brick and Shovel. Her vibe is evil? What do you mean? She's making Oreos. Someone will have to explain to me why her cooking all dolled up in her kitchen is problematic. Is it a religion? Is it because you can't stand women doing something different? At this point, y'all are no better than men. Let me give you the actual reason why people are mad. People hate anything that they can't have. So her having this sort of lifestyle that's, you know, that looks pretty nice, you know, she's enjoying what she does. It's, you know, she has a loving marriage or whatever. That's triggering the absolute shit out of people who have to go and work actual jobs, you know? So that's why people are mad. All right, I made my husband some shit he wanted. Y'all, her husband is a groomer who has her trapped in a cult. This video is just propaganda for Mormonism. They're indoctrinating you. Her nor her kids are safe. If you look carefully, she's not happy at all. She's actually miserable. Okay, so here we are on her TikTok, and if you look at all these, like, there's like tons of these viral videos where she's essentially just cooking a bunch of videos over here, having fun with her toddlers. I guess cooking is, I don't know, a hobby of hers or something, but none of these videos are promoting anything too bad or something. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Click this video or nerd emoji started yapping again.